Okay, hi guys. For this video, I'm going to do my trade review for the past week. I'm going to review in summary as fast as possible for the trades that I took last week. Okay, so as you guys can recall, my trade for last week or my bias for last week or even my analysis for last week is towards bearish side. So on Monday itself, I took the first trade, which is this trade. Okay, Monday, my execution is based on, okay, you can see my entry chart is here. My execution is based on supply zone or the sweep for last Friday high. Okay, indeed the price broke supply zone and sweep the last Friday high. It didn't even react on the zone. It just broke it. Okay, as you can see, there's a zone here. Let me show you. Okay, roughly this is the zone. Okay, but it didn't even react on it. It just broke here. Okay, this is the sweep which I'm talking about. Okay, so it sweep, and I waited for a confirmation in the low time frame, and I took the trade. Okay, for setup quality, I would say is A plus quality because it's the correct bias, which I thought is bearish. Then the time window, the liquidity sweep, the momentum, the point of interest, and there is no news, so I assume for my criteria this is A plus setup. And on my emotional wise, I'm quite neutral because I'm focusing on short instead. On London Open, because I saw there is a chance to go long, but I didn't take it because I was convinced that it's bearish sign for this week. But unfortunately, as you can see, this is my closing trade. The price did went down, tested somewhere here, and I did not BE here because I'm assuming price will just go downward. I will take on the second BE, which is here. But when it pushed back here, I try to move my stop loss lower. And after seeing this candle here, I told myself that this is not good, not a good sign here. So yes, I decided to manually break even instead of waiting for the price to stop loss, to hit my stop loss here, which is around $60 plus losses. Okay, but I took a manual cut loss lah. In my point of view, well, if you ask me what mistake I did on this trade, which is obviously I closed my position manually, which is not preferable, but in this case I think it's exceptional because I'm looking at a bullish candle here pushing up. Okay, which you see what I say here might just be noise, I wouldn't know, but I took it because London session was also bullish. The reversal might just come on the New York session, not now. Okay, so I assume that after seeing this bullishness, the price will continue to go up. So indeed, the price did went up, which is very bullish, even more bullish than I expected. So yeah, I took the losses for this trade. This is my first trade. Okay, what I think I can improve is this, is that I have to remind myself to let the stop loss hit lah, because I set the stop loss there. Because I assume that the price, if hitting my stop loss, it will invalidate itself. So it's better for me to follow my system. Okay, so move on to the next trade. Okay, for the next trade is also on Monday, same day. In fact, it's actually just after the previous trade. Okay, you can see my entry after the price hit my stop, which I manually took it. If I leave my stop here, my stop would have just not hit yet. So I'm seeing this price reacted from this 2 minute. It's a very low time frame zone, so it's actually not very convincing, but I traded based on my previous trade, which is not good. Looking at the reaction here after testing this zone, there's certainly some weakness coming in. Okay, so I thought that my previous trade was still valid if my stop loss haven't hit above this swing high. Okay, then I took another execution to enter based on this reason. Okay, setup type, price approach, extreme zone of 2 minutes, supply zone from my previous trade, followed by a 2-leg structure POS. And bear in mind, this is already 4 hours after London Open, which is not a ideal time window for me to enter actually. See, I say here not within time window. It was a re-entry from previous trade. However, there is momentum and confirmation on the low time frame, so I took it. On emotional wise, I'm a bit frustrated from the previous trade because I manually took the stop loss. It might not have lost if I didn't take it. My trade is still running. So this was a re-entry, I think, confirming the trade, telling myself it was wrong again. Then I will wait for further supply zone because remember my bias is still bearish. But yeah, eventually it did not happen. As you can see, the price is still very bullish. It took me up. Okay, obviously the bias is correct. That's the first thing my trade is losing. I mean the bias is wrong. That's the first reason my trade is losing. On Monday the price is very bullish, So what mistake I think I made is the re-entry. Immediately, if I took the re-entry, it's pointless because yeah, I know that the time window is gone, but I still take it. Yeah, this is my mistake. If I want to take it, I assume that London already moving up, it's not moving down, then the price should continue to go up until New York session. Either I wait for New York session to confirm the bearish move, then that is the time window I supposed to take the shot, not now. So what I think I can improve is do not re-entry if the time is not right anymore. Just wait for the next session to take the trade if I want. So this is my second trade. I took a loss, including the commission. I took a loss for this one. Yep. So okay, let's move on to the next trade. Okay, for the third trade is actually on the same day also on Monday, which is on the New York session. As you can see, I already made first trade on BE and second trade losses. Yeah, obviously my emotion is a bit affected. I have to improve on this, of course. So on the New York session, I was trying to find a trade as well. And I keep finding reason to find a trade. Supposedly it's not happening for this. You can see I took a losses here. Why would I take this trade? Because yeah, first thing first, the price sweep the low time frame, which is not even relevant. Low time frame is not my initial point of interest as well. Then I assume that there is exhaustion here. I'm expecting a reversal because of the previous few trade. So this is actually not good. I waited for after I see the low time frame sweep, which is not relevant. Then I waited for 2-minute confirmation. Then I enter as well. This is a B minus setup. I take it as not a very good setup, not exactly a good setup. You see, I said it myself, especially for a pullback trade. The price has been bullish the whole day. Then I assume there is a pullback coming in your session. No exact POI, just sweep and absorption. There is time window and momentum. Of course there is, because it's a New York Open. Okay. Then on my emotional wise, I'm a bit eager to get back previous trade losses. Yeah, that is why I took this trade. Not a good sign. I'm aware of that, but was trying to look for chart objectively. This trade doesn't feel like, was a bit distracted as well. Then obviously my entry immediately being taken out. I took the loss for here. Another 1 hour loss. Okay. And for this trade, the mistake is that still the same. My bias is wrong because I'm against the bullish trend today. Today is very bullish. As you know, my initial bias is bearish, so I keep finding reason to short it. But obviously the market is not showing me bearishness, it's keep pushing up. So first mistake is to take this trade. No POI, no good setup, but I'm taking it anyway because I wanted to cover my losses on previous 2 trades. Ended up with 3 losses today. Yeah, this is not a good day for me. What I can learn to improve from this is that to control my emotion. Obviously, because of the previous 2 trades, it affected me. If I lose my previous trade, why? It's likely because my bias is wrong. Price is clearly very bullish today. If I want to trade pullback, it is better to wait for a more significant zone or higher time frame structure break to trade the pullback. Yeah, I should have, if I realize or I'm aware that the price is already bullish, I should just follow the bullishness in the low time frame. So my odds or my probability is even higher. Okay, remind myself to just take plus setup. You don't have to trade every day. Enough for today on 2 hour losses. I told myself. So yeah, this is my last trade for today. On Monday itself, I took 3 trade and yeah, 3 losses. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, for the next trade, which is the 4th trade that I took this week, is on Wednesday. I did not trade on Tuesday because I don't think there is chance for me to enter, and my bias is still trying to find bearish bias. So on Tuesday itself is still bullish. Okay, look at the price on Tuesday. It's still bullish and then it reversed back. So on Tuesday I did not take any trade. Then on Wednesday I'm seeing some sell down. Okay, look at here. Okay, look at here. No color. Never mind. You can see my arrow, right? So look at here. This is the Wednesday New York session. After the bullish price action on Tuesday and even Wednesday, London session, it went up and it came down significantly. It came down significantly on Tuesday night. Okay, so on Wednesday itself, after seeing this, I'm still looking for bearish. So this is one of the zone that I'm looking at, a 30-minute zone. Let me show you why I enter. Okay, this is my entry chart. Seeing a significant sell down on Asia session on Wednesday and yesterday's session, so which is on Tuesday, and I'm expecting some exhaustion on the higher time frame. It's time for a pullback now. So I'm expecting some pullback now. So indeed on Wednesday itself, I saw a price sweep, a 50-minute swing, okay, which is here. So it already approached on this zone. After this zone, pre-London open, I saw this sweep, this minor sweep on 15 minutes. Then I waited for the lower time frame to confirm a BOS, which is here. You can see there is a low time frame break of structure here. I place my order. Okay, then this setup quality I will take it as A minus, since the price just turned bullish with a sign of exhaustion. But overall on the high time frame, as you can see on the past 2 days, it's still quite bullish. And POI, momentum, time window, and confirmation are all in place. So it's just that I'm considered as countering trend now. So I won't put it as A plus setup. On emotional wise, a bit hesitated because of the because of what I thought I have to change my bias toward bullish after seeing the past 2 day price action. So, but it turns out that this sign of selling and this sign of sweeping showing me price is coming down now. So yeah, I follow on if this then that method. So obviously you can see this trade got me 3R. It hit my TP exactly here. Almost missed this TP because the price actually reversed back up to my BE. Okay, as you can see, how I manage it is that I wait for a second BOS. Then after it break here, I move my BE. Then I'm risk free now, and I just leave it to hit my TP. Okay, for this trade, it's good. I got my 3R here. If to look at it, perhaps it's my hesitation. Okay, price indeed showing me exhaustion on high time frame, but seeing how the price react, it feels like it's trying to push the last push toward the 1K supply zone. So what I mean is that it seems that the price is trying to push higher. It might test here and go higher. Okay, but the sweep on 15 minute, which is happening on the pre-London session, is a key. It shows me today direction is going down, because remember I just traded 2 minutes, 15 to 2 minutes, and I just trade for that specific key window direction. Okay, then what I can improve today is that I have to trust my chart and my edge, just execute if the price shows me that. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Don't afraid of losses. So I have to forget what happened on Monday. Treat this trade as a new trade. Okay, so this got my 3R. So let's move to the next one. Okay, for this trade is quite interesting as well. Okay, so I think this is the last few more trade I took for the week. This trade is on Friday, 26th. So on 25th, there's no trade lah, Christmas Day. And on Wednesday, after the sell down, I'm expecting price to continue selling down, because I have confirmed my bias to be bearish. Last day of the week, so this trade I took it on this range, which is quite risky also. So it's last day of the week, anticipating price to pull back further down after the selling pressure on Wednesday before Christmas. So what this setup do is that price sweep yesterday low. Okay, this is yesterday low, this line here. But there is no momentum to push back higher, and price broke the sweep after a range is formed. After sweeping this low, supposedly if the price wanted to reverse, it will reverse pretty quickly. But instead of that, the price just swinging here, struggling on this range, and eventually it broke. Okay, eventually it swept here and broke. Then I took my entry. I'm expecting it to go further down. Okay, setup quality B plus, considering no valid zone. Yeah, no valid zone is only a swing low and range sweep break of structure. Yeah, just a break of range and momentum and selling pressure. So I won't consider it as a perfect setup lah. Emotion wise, I'm a bit confused, but trying not to be using a if this then that approach, because I was expecting somehow the price would just touch this zone at least, then I see a confirmation, because there's a sweep here. At least it go back up to touch one of the zone here, then I will wait for a confirmation to trade it down, but it did not. It sweep, trade within range, then go further down. So I don't often trade this kind of setup, but this is quite obvious also, so I took it. PA is showing me weakness. I trade the weakness because the sweep and trading in range is confusing me. Perhaps year-end holiday price move are more volatile. So what happened for this trade is here. Yeah, eventually it did move towards my direction, but it did not do a second BOS here. So for me, I think this one, the high time frame bias is still right. I'm still considering bearish, but it took me out. Price did what it's supposed to do. It broke further down. Let me see what I got here. It broke further down. I was going to move PE, but the new BOS occurred, but it reversed to my stop loss. Nothing much I could do, yeah. So I was expecting it to go further down so that I can move my BE here, so that I will take a loss. At least I take a BE, but it did not give me a chance. It just go towards my BE, my stop loss. So I think what I executed is very light. I followed my plan. It's just that this is a fairly new kind of setup because it's trading within the range. Within the range, then it broke down, right? Normally I will wait for a pullback, reconfirm a zone, then pull down. If this kind of sweep, I'm expecting a trade for long side, not on short side. I don't often take this kind of short side trade. So yeah, only thing is I'm a bit out of my usual setup. This setup was a breakout from range, different from what I usually executed. Perhaps optimizing my entry. If my entry is good, I might have a chance to avoid these losses. Yeah. One more thing. My entry is right below this range break. If on the low time frame, I push my entry here. Okay, let me show you in the chart. Easier. On the low time frame, look. This is my entry, right? If I put my entry on this imbalance here, perhaps I might be able to take my BE more quickly. So once the price move here, I consider a breakout already. Or even, I think I was targeting for 2R something, because one of the reasons is that my second phase, I need around this kind of R to pass my second phase. So I'm targeting here. If my entry is nice, I think I would have taken this profit already. I wouldn't wait for 3R. Yeah, I remember is this reason lah. That's why I wrote it this way. So yeah, I took a loss for this trade. Let's move on to the next. Okay, for this trade is also quite interesting because after the previous trade, it just you can see it just broke up here, which invalidated my stop loss, right? Once my stop loss is invalidated, I can fairly say that the bias has changed. Okay, after seeing the low time frame on this bullishness, which is a structure break, I'm expecting the price to go further up because my bias has switched. See, bearish switch to bullish for the session after previous trade. For this setup, it's a 10-minute zone. Okay, after this 2-leg push, there's a 10-minute zone, extreme zone here. Then I waited for the price to reverse on this zone, and I'm seeing some equal high here. There's an equal high on top of here, which is not broken yet. So as usual, liquidity, easy magnet for the price to go. So price pull back to the zone. I waited for 1 minute confirmation instead of 2 minutes because I usually, if the zone is solid, once it's touched, it will just fly. So instead of missing the trade, I just go in first and cover my stop loss below the zone. So this is a A- setup. After countering my previous trade with a stop loss, it occurred to me that the price is trying to reverse. So I created a BOS and created a demand zone with momentum, which is the 10-minute zone here. Then immediately I switch my bias back to bullish and wait for the price to pull back to the zone and execute. Slight nervous, knowing that maybe I'm trying to revenge trade from my previous loss. Yeah, as usual, because of previous. Normally we are like that, right? So if we had a loss, we want to make back the losses. Okay, but I'm trying to stay objective here. I'm seeing what the price is showing me. But the price is showing obvious sign it would be wasted if I didn't take it. So yeah. On the trade wise, okay, I still remember for this trade, right? After I took the entry, I went out for a jog because actually it's quite a few hours after the London session already, and it's around evening time. I went out to take a jog, and while I was jogging halfway, I set the alert for this equal high here. Okay, you can see I did set an alert for for the price to take out this high. Once the price took out this high, I'm supposed to move my price to BE. Okay, which is what I did. I moved my price to BE here. See, you can see I put a line here. I move it to BE. Then after that, I continue my job. Okay, once I done my job, I saw the price sweeping this high, which is the equal high here. Then created very not very slightly bearish price action. Okay, especially this move. I'm seeing this action here after sweeping. So yeah, naturally, I'm still outside. I try to manage my price outside, which I don't think I'm thinking clearly. And I wanted to cover my previous trade losses. It's also because of this reason. I wanted to cover my previous trade losses, so I moved my stop loss immediately here. I think I moved my stop loss immediately around here, which cover around $97. See, I moved my stop loss here. Then yeah, obviously the price took out my stop loss and it continued to go up. This is quite a frustrating trade as well. So why I put this R is also because this is the range where I'm supposed to pass my phase 2. I lost on the previous trade, right? So this is another 3.6, I think 3.6 R for me to pass my test. But yeah, I took my stop loss up before the price go up. It didn't even hit my BE actually. You see, if I just leave my BE here, it didn't even came to my BE, and the price can still keep going up. But yeah, it is what it is. For this mistake, I went on to move my stop loss because thinking my previous trade to cover the losses. Yeah, like what I told you, if I did not touch my stop loss and just leave it for BE, I could have hit my TP already. Such a silly mistake, knowing that leaving BE is better since price is where you expected. Since the price is, your entry is here, your price is already going up. Why take the losses? Meaning the price is right. But on the other side, I also think that it's valid for me to protect myself. But because to protect myself because of the sweep, right? After seeing this sweep, price might just go down. But the thing is, if to protect myself, the BE is sufficient enough. Why move my stop loss? Why I move my stop loss is because I want to cover my losses. Yeah. What I can improve of this, I should trade each trade same, like what I usually think. As a unique trade, every trade is unique. Do not bring in the previous trade towards your new trade. It will always affect yourself. Okay, so yeah, this trade I just took a small win to cover back my previous loss. Let's move on to the last trade. Okay, this is the last trade I took for the week on Friday, New Year session. I think this trade is actually quite good. The price is doing what I want it to do. Don't forget, on the high time frame I'm still bearish. I'm expecting the price to close Friday, end the note with a bearish action, price action. So as usual, I try to, actually supposedly I'm not supposed to look for a trade anymore after that, but thinking that I covered back my losses on the previous trade, I'm at a good capacity to take another trade if there is any. So I waited for this trade. I waited. It's good. The setup is like this. The price hit the 10-minute zone. Okay, this is on New Year session. This is on the extreme. You see, on previous trade the price is going bullish, right? It just go far further than my RR, than my TP. My TP is around here, I think. It just go even further than that. But after that, the price hit this significant 10-minute zone here. There's a 10-minute zone here. Okay, the price hit it and fall back. Okay, I did not take this entry. I was trying to find an entry here, but I couldn't get it. So I did not take this entry, and I waited for the time window also. So after the price going down here, it obviously turned to bearish. Then there is a 15-minute supply zone, a new zone formed. Okay, followed with a significant followed with a significant selling. Waited price to retest the 15-minute zone, which is newly created here. Then after the price touched this zone, I waited for a confirmation, and yeah, it gave me a confirmation with momentum, broke the structure on the low time frame. I took this trade, and obviously I just need another 2.6 something R to pass it because I covered back my previous trade 400. Then there's another 2.6 R, and yes, the price went on pretty well. Yeah, immediately took out the TP. I moved my PE here. after the first BOS, I don't want to have any losses anymore for today, so I just take it. I move my BE as soon as possible. Yeah, I see my emotional wise, I'm a bit eager to pass phase 2, a bit frustrated due to the previous trade too, because I supposed to have passed it based on the previous trade. But now I'm clear-minded. I waited patiently for the setup. Then, yeah, it is what it is. So for this trade, it's a good trade. Only mistake I think is my emotional, which I'm trying to pass my phase 2, keep looking for trade. This is not a good practice on the long term, but just for this challenge-wise. After I get my funded account, always remind myself to not chase for the payout. Just trade objectively and systematically, it will come. So this is the last trade for my analysis week. Then I did pass my phase 2, I did pass my funded account. Now I'm waiting to be funded. This is my first funded account. I'm quite excited actually. So yeah, so these are the trades that I took last week. I have a positive 3R here. I can show you my dashboard for December. Actually I did quite well. Looking at this calendar, you can see I did quite well here. If whole December, let me see, whole December including my phase 1 and phase 2 account, I did 17R. Yeah, it's quite good for whole month. There's still one more week here, so we don't know, but I don't think I'm trading here. I'm not sure, let's see, because I'm waiting for my funded account for this week. I don't think I can get it that fast. So for 70R on December, I think a quiet month is quite good lah. Okay, so yeah, this is my trade video, my trade review video. I think it's quite long. Thank you for watching. I will do next review if I took any trade next week. Thank you.